it's Bernadette. I'm here with your Libra tarot reading for January 2021. I'm so excited at the card that came for you guys today, the spirit animal that came for you to start your year off. It is the Otter, the Six of Cups. Oh my gosh, I love this card. I love otters, and you know, it's just such a perfect card for you Libras. You guys are just like, I love you. You just love all things beautiful. You love art. You love pretty things. You just have this really childlike spark about you, and you can turn every experience into a magical childlike experience, which is cool because that is, that's what Otter is all about, is finding your inner child and all of that play and all of that fun. And then when you take a look at the Six of Cups, oh, wow. Okay, so your year is already starting off like, wow. Okay, so let's get right into it. Let's talk about some of the planetary stuff, right? So, if you take a look through this month, on the 9th, your ruling planet Venus is going to head from, that playful and expansive Sagittarius, and it's going to go into Capricorn. Now, Cappies can, some people think of them as stodgy, but listen, my sister's a Capricorn, and thank goodness that she is my sister because she's my North Star. She keeps me grounded. She keeps me on track when I'm like, ooh, la, 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 shiny, right? Okay, so this transition can bring, basically, they're not stodgy Capricorns, but you guys are like, you Cappies are, you're just so, gosh, you just think everything is your responsibility, which Libra, you don't like that. You don't like to be tied down at all. But when it comes to this transition, right, this thing that's going on in January, you won't feel it as being trapped. You'll feel it as like this very deep sense of almost like being a knight of the round table, right? You're just a really sense of obligation in love, relationships, business, finance. And if you're single, or if you're headed towards being single, a little playful fling might turn into a greater commitment. And you may also have to kind of make a decision about splitting your energy and attention among many casual relationships of all kinds and focusing in on just one relationship that you will make a commitment to. But that certainly can be romantic, right? So the heaviness involved around narrowing your focus, again, Libras don't like to be tied down, right? They're like, I'm here, I'm gone, I'm not, I'm back, I'm out. You guys are like that. You love life like that. So don't let this make you feel overwhelmed, because that's what Otter energy is about. That's to remind you that love and commitment, that doesn't mean that you have to be tied down. You don't have to belabor your relationships. The fun and games don't end when responsibility and commitment enter the picture. It doesn't mean that at all, especially when you find someone, because when you Libras are committed, oh my gosh, I have this friend, right? He's a Libra. We're just friends. We've been friends for 1,500 years. People always think we're married. It's the craziest thing. Not even anywhere close, right? But when I go to his house, right, and we hang out, or we're doing business or whatever, and all we wear in Florida are flip-flops, y'all. So I'll leave my flip-flops at the door, like, we do in Florida. We don't wear shoes in each other's houses and, whatever. When I'm getting ready to go, I'll get up, and right from wherever we've been, there sit my flip-flops pointing out to the door. Left is on the left and right is on the right. And the first time that happened, I was like, I didn't say anything about it. I was like, that's kind of weird. But then when it kept happening a few other times, I was like, why are you doing that? And what I had to come to realize was that's just how much he loves me as a friend. And it is like, if I'm like, ooh, I'm thirsty, I don't ever say anything anymore around this person, because if I say I'm thirsty, he's up out of his chair and what do you want to drink? And I'm like, hey, listen, okay. And that's not a romantic love. That's just a friend love. Can you imagine what this guy would be like in love? Craziness, right? You guys will find a partner, you Libras, when you decide to turn your attention to this commitment, whether it is romantic or it is business or it's whatever, your kids, your pets, your whatever. I have such a deep sense in my heart that that you're gonna find someone. You're gonna like combust with somebody in a good way. Like, your stars are going to crash into each other, and then you're just going to meld, and then fireworks are going to go everywhere. you're gonna connect with someone who's gonna give you those things back. And at that point, how could your relationship or your commitment ever make you feel bogged down, right? And just because you're Libra, it might make you feel that way. Get over it. Don't don't ruin something fantastic because you're a Libra, okay? It's like me. I'm a Scorpio. I find it very difficult to forgive. No, I find it very easy to forgive after many years of training myself, right? But I don't ever forget, ever. Much as I try, it's always cataloged in me somewhere. That's not healthy. I know that, but I'm working on it. I'm a work in progress, right? Okay, you're a work in progress. We're all a work in progress. So when you take a look at what the Six of Cups means for you, you've got this very, very sweet picture, of somebody older handing this golden chalice full of these beautiful flowers. Well, one flower. And that teaches us that it's, the memories that are there. The memories can be such a treasure trove of joy. They bring valuable lessons, but this is the card of pure, innocent pleasure. And it's the card of, if it's like the internet memes, if you remember doing this, you had an awesome childhood. It's like you made forts out of blankets and, played with lawn darts. If those lawn darts had been taken off the market because they were dangerous, because let's face it, they're a weapon. You, you know, what that really leads to, in kind of its own bizarre way, is memories are not always accurate, but they can be pleasant. Meaning, just because X happened doesn't mean that you had a bad childhood. Maybe it was a bad incident. Or maybe, somebody did get, yeah, somebody's going to put an eye out. Okay, maybe somebody did get an eye put out. And I say that because I actually know a kid we were playing and his eye did get put out. But it was horrible. We laugh about it now, but it was horrible then. But it's when you take a look at the chalices on this, it's a reference to the Ace of Cups, which is just the symbolic essence of joy. Now remember that cups tend to be, because they're all about emotions, they're all about the water element, they tend to be the most immature suit in the tarot. But the white flowers, just because they're immature, sometimes that's where the most beautiful innocence comes from. And the white flowers in this show that this particular pleasure is purely innocent. You're in love and you're loving things just for the pure love of loving, if that makes sense. And that whole thing about what you reminisce about may not have actually been, it may not have actually been a real thing and not an actual event. You may remember it, but it may not have actually happened. And you see that when you see the row of cups across the bottom referencing the Four of Cups, and that suggests what you're seeing in the Six of Cups is a vision rather than an actual event, if that makes sense. So the two figures, the past, the taller one in the red and the blue is a dwarf. That's the past. When you take a look at the colors, that states that the memories are emotional rather than factual, but they're still joyful. And the child on the right is the future. Her head is in a red scarf, and that's the symbol of her enthusiasm. And the leopard spots over the garment represent the strength and the courage, but her little white mittens are a sign of innocence. So this is just such a great bridge between the past and the future, which is like the 4 millionth reason that this card is so perfect for you Libras today in your tarot reading, right? For the month of January 2021. This card is just such a call to the law of attraction that whatever you remember, whatever you perseverate on, whatever strikes a chord in you, hopefully it's still making you smile, and it's going to lead you to more important things. Keep a gratitude list. Keep get your vision board out. Do your vision board today on New Year's Day, and Happy New Year, by the way. Bob Seger, right? The song Travelin' Man. When he sings, those are the memories that make me a wealthy soul. That may be a song that you want to sing to yourself today or listen to you today, because what are we without our memories, good, bad, or indifferent? And the good news is you can start new memories right now in this moment. If you don't care for your older memories, okay, work on healing them another day. Work on purging them another day. But for today, on January 1st, you Libras could do very, very well to start making new memories, the kind of memories that you really want, right? Okay. Now, when you take a look at the past, just let me caution you that in the Six of Cups tarot card, you'll notice behind all the fabulousness, there's a gray mansion and a sentry patrolling it. He's kind of that same ghastly, ghostly, gray color. And that's representative of memories or phantoms, right? You can't stay there forever. So it's like the people that live their glory days over and over and over and over again. Yes, I'm so happy that you won this award. And I'm so happy that you were this. And I'm so happy that this happened for you. And that was 25 years ago. Today is today. What you doing today? What's happening for you today? What can we talk about that's happened today or just last week or maybe even last year, but not 25 years ago? It's okay to relive them and still be proud of them. But if you're stuck in that place, the happy place, the place of achievement, the place of great love or whatever, but so much that, or maybe it was traumatic, but if you're stuck in that place and you can't, or you haven't been able to get to this place yet, January 2021, that's a good time to start moving on up, coming into this world, coming into this time. Figure out what's got you stuck, what fear, what trauma, what misconception, I don't know. But Libras, come away. Because when you talk about Libras, do not like to be hemmed in, penned in, chained, nothing. If you're living in the past, you created a self-created prison. And by the way, it's solitary confinement because ain't nobody living back there with you. We love you and we want to hear your stories, and we're going to be proud of you every single time you tell the story. Okay? You know those people that I'm talking about? And but we will love you just the same. Even if you're never the star quarterback again. Even if you're never the prom queen again. Even if you never win the science fair again. Even if you're just plain old who you are. That's good enough for us. We love you just like that. And in our minds, you are that, gum, I get all choked up. In our minds, you are still that star. But you're a different kind of star. You're a new star. You've achieved new things. Look at your beautiful children. Look at your beautiful life. Look at your this. Look at your that. And listen, I know a lot of people live a traumatic life. I surely do. You think trauma doesn't happen in my life? I just get up and do my hair and my makeup, every day. I'm like, oh, the trauma. Hey, that mascara doesn't look so bad, right? So I understand, but you don't have to live there. And if you're a Libra, you've trapped yourself in a way that no one should ever feel trapped. And that's where Otter comes in. Now, so we're going to talk just a minute about otters. And I'm going to leave you on that note. Y'all, what else am I going to say to you about otters except for they are so dang playful and so dang smart and so dang resourceful. They're just everything, and they're all about family. And you can be having the crappiest day in the world, and on your Facebook some cutie pie little otter film is going to show up, and they're holding little hands as they're sleeping, drifting out through the water. Who doesn't love an otter? So if you're having a bad day, if you are, whatever's going on for you that isn't like happy, happy, joy, joy down in my heart, go find an otter video. And that's going to teach you not to take things so seriously and to lighten up and to see everything from a new perspective and get into that water element that's the happy emotional place and the place you can deep dive and just see what we're seeing in this tarot reading for you today, Libra, which is, oh my gosh, your 2021 is starting off with like all the best things life can offer. So I hope that's helpful. Pick up your copy of the Arc Tarot and Oracle deck. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll see you next month. But above everything else, your job this month is to what? To stay wild.